You'll get more Social Security than what your statement shows. Ah, man, I've done a video on this a couple times, but look, new people come and go, so I always got to do these videos. It's probably been at least a couple years since I last did this video, but I'm going to do it again because one of y'all had sent me this great piece from CRS, the Congressional Research Service, Social Security Benefit Calculation Overview. This is one of the best pieces on how they calculate Social Security I've ever seen. It's not from the socialsecurity.gov. It's actually from the Congressional Research Service. And the guy who wrote this was this guy, Barry Huston or something like that. This is a fantastic piece. I don't think I can link it here because I don't know what the gobbledygook is up here. But if you type in Congressional Research Service Social Security Benefit Calculation Overview, it's great. All right, so we're going to show you something here. We got a computation of primary insurance amount for a hypothetical medium earner born in 1953. All right, so what is our PIA? Our PIA is our primary insurance amount. Is the amount of benefit we get at our full retirement age. All right, so I was born in 1970. My full retirement age, my FRA, is at 67 years old. If you were born before 1960, your full retirement age will be 66 and maybe 66 in some months, depending on what you were born. So if you're born in 1959, your FRA is 66 in 10 months. If you're born in 1958, your FRA is 66 in 8 months, and so on. In this case, we got a guy who's born in 1953. So his full retirement age is what? 66, just a straight up 66 years old. Again, the FRA is when you get 100% of your PIA. It's not reduced, and you're not getting a benefit. You're not getting more either. It's just 100%. So whatever your PIA is, your primary insurance amount, that is what you get at your full retirement age. So mine again is 67. Most of yours will probably be 67 as well. All right, so here we got a guy, computation of his PIA for his hypothetical medium earner born in 1953. Why are we using 1953? Because the bend points shown in the table apply to workers who first became eligible in 2015. This guy he was 62 in 2015. That's when he first became eligible. All right, so that's the bend points they use. And the bend point is what figure out to determine what your benefit will be. All right, so you can see the bend points, the max, let's see, we got the first $826 he gets 90% of. Anything above $4,980 he gets 15% of. And today in 2022 or 2023, bend points were the first 1,115 he gets 90% off. And then anything above 6721 he gets 15% off. So you can see the bend points have adjusted quite a bit from 2015 until today, 2023. But it doesn't matter for this guy because his first year of eligibility was 2015. That's when they were giving his bend points, which determine what our Social Security benefits. All right, but that's not the story here. The story I'm going to share with you. Notice his PIA, again, the PIA is the amount he gets at his full retirement age at 66, is 1671. Interesting. This is in 2015. His PIA is 1671. Now we go over here till he gets 100% of his PIA at 66, and that's his full retirement age. All right, so again, his PIA, 1671. Based on 2015 bend points. His PIA here, when he gets 100% of, this is in 2023, right here, all right, 2023, 100% of his PIA, no reduction, no addition. That's just 100% of his PIA is at 66. It's not 1671, it's 1758. Now, why would that be? Because the PIA was based on 2015 numbers, right here, but we've had COLA since 2015. In 2016, we got no adjustment. 2017, we got a 0.3% adjustment. 2018, we got a 2% adjustment. 2019, we got a 2.8% adjustment. And we take our PIA that was calculated at 62 years old, and we adjust it for the COLAs that he received by delaying. He still got it, but in this case, we haven't taken the benefits, so he doesn't get a reduction in benefits. His benefit actually went up an extra almost $100 a month just from COLAs, cost of living adjustments. So basically, you take 1671, you times it by nothing here, 1.003 here, 1.02 here, 1.028, and you get that right there, 1678. I actually didn't do the exact amount, but 1757.40 is what I came up with. But I was just doing the basic on wasn't doing to the exact penny. So there you go. The COLA from his year 62 to 67 made his PIA bigger, his primary insurance amount. Now, if he decides to wait till he's 70 to take it, what would be a 1758 number would go to 2749. Not too shabby. It's an extra $1,000 a month. Isn't that crazy? If he took at 62, it'd be 1253. If he took at 70, I mean, look at the difference there, dudes. That's $1,500 a month. That's $18,000 a year. It's a big difference. Big difference. 100%. Now, again, I just can't stress this enough. Now, for us whippersnappers who are under the age of 60, what do? We use these things called, right here, AWI. I'm going to show you average. Oh, hold on a second. Right here. Pause it real quick. Right here. Rather than using the amounts earned in the past years directly, the AIME, that's the average index monthly earnings, computation process first updates past earnings up to the taxable maximum to account for the growth in the overall economy. That is done by increasing each year of workers' taxable earnings after 1950 by the growth in the average wage index, the AWI. All right. We do this from the year of work until 2 years prior to eligibility, which would be 60 years old, which for retired workers is 60. For instance, the national wage average grew from $32,155 in 2000 to $41,674 in 2010. So if a worker earned $20,000 in 2000 and turned 60 in 2010, the index wage would be for 2000 would be $25,921. They don't put the benefit as $20,000, even though it's what you actually earn. They put the benefit indexed to account for the increase in the average wage index. In this case, you got $5,000 more of a benefit accounting in your Social Security than what you actually made because the average wage index increases. Earnings from later years for retired workers after the age of 60 are not indexed. All right, so just remember that. Earnings for later years after the age of 60 are not indexed. So I'm 53. Everything I put in now that I've ever put in is indexed to the average wage index, the increasing in the average wage index. And the example they showed you was the average wage index was 32,000 in the year 2000. I made 20,000 in the year 2000. The average wage index was 2010 or whatever it was 42,000. That $20,000 that I made in the year 2000 is indexed, which means my benefit will be based on $25,000 of earnings in the year 2000, not $20,000. Hope that makes sense. It's a big flipping deal. Let's keep going here. We're going to show you the COLAs here. Right here. A COLA is applied to the benefits beginning in the second year of eligibility, which for retired workers is 63. All right, so you'll get the COLA for 6. So you can see right here. 62, you don't get a COLA. 63, you start to get a COLA. I guess they did not give a COLA in 2016 here. But you can see you're going to start to get a COLA here. All right, so at 63, you'll start getting a COLA. The COLA applies even if a worker has not yet begun to receive benefits. And that's what I was talking about, that your PIA was 1671, but because these COLAs from 62 to 66, your actual PIA, once you start receiving it, will be $100 a month more than what your statement shows you because of cost of living adjustments. All right, the COLA usually equals the growth in the consumer price index for urban wage clerical earners from the third quarter of one year to the third quarter of the other year. So again, the COLA that we're getting ready to get here is going to be pretty big relative to last year, presumably simply because we had a pretty significant growth in CPI this last quarter, the quarter being Q3 of 2023. Anyway, so the point being is you're going to get your statement. It's going to give you a benefit that says, oh, you're going to get $1671 a month. That statement doesn't include average wage index because, again, I'm only 53. It doesn't index it. The statement doesn't, for the future wages I get, the statement doesn't include COLAs from 63 on. It doesn't include any of that. It just says a snapshot today. This is the amount you're going to get in your Social Security amount. It doesn't include all the other stuff that goes with it, the COLAs, the AWIs for future years, and it's going to be more than what your statement shows, assuming that you work. Whatever the statement says, if you continue to work until you're 67 at this kind of salary, if we're all things being equal, your statement is undershowing you how much you're actually going to get, which is a good thing. Again, let's take a W when we can get it. All right, love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you